Good morning. AutoTemp has brought us to my home turf of Kansas and challenged us to buy our dream three-car garage for less than $30,000 by continent. And I had the United States. Started out with sports cars and my Trans Am absolutely dominated until it lost the brakes. Ed has Germany, had a beautiful Porsche, and Freddy has Japan. He cheated with his Supra. Now they have tasked us with buying luxury cars, and I have something really special in here, but it appears Ed is arriving in something. Oh my. Cliff dive.
Hello. Yes.
Is that your mirror?
It is. I'll get some tape for that, I presume. But look at this. A venerable quagmire of depreciation, but now the greatest value in Christendom. 98% off its original MSRP.
So you think this best represents Deutschland?
I absolutely love these cars.
This is
I've had
like
a bunch
one of the
them.
worst, most unreliable Mercedes as far as S-Class generations ever built. It's not that attractive. These were built to a price point, cost cutting. It was not like the $1 billion 140 chassis before it. This is when Mercedes got cheap.
It has gotten much cheaper since then, but it will get you wherever you want to go. It has more error lights than you could possibly imagine, but look at it. After all these years, still so gorgeous.
I thought you bought this one to dive off of a cliff in Alaska.
I did. Unfortunately, for the last 2 years, they've had Canada closed on the 4th of July, so we couldn't road trip up there, but it seemed like the perfect cheap car that, even though it would be broken in every possible way, would still get me to that finish line, and this seemed like a perfect other finish line for it to go to.
It still looks pretty good. A 2-year stay of execution from going off a cliff, and now it's on Car Trek.
That's
so,
it.
Wow. Freddie, what is he bringing?
I can't imagine. I mean, a Japanese sedan will be something boring.
Right, some JDM import, right-hand drive, goofy thing.
It could be. Not an import at all.
Oh no, is that Matt Thair's million-mile Lexus?
One of the most famous Lexus cars on earth for no good reason
Really?
whatsoever.
Really?
Oh my goodness, look at that.
Wow.
What a vessel of brooding existential despair you have brought.
Are you already doing your alliteration thing? Is this the most likely to die in a puddle of its own transmission fluid?
No, it will leak a lot of things, but it will get us wherever we need to go.
That's not true. That is not true about that car, but it is true about this car. This is a 1996 Lexus Ls400, known the world over for its reliability, and this one has a lot of miles on it.
You brought a car very famous for one thing, but also hundreds of journalists, bloggers, YouTubers have driven and farted in that seat. It is a cesspool of YouTuber in there.
Well, I mean, you know, the devil you know versus the devil you don't. How many people have farted in that seat? You don't even know. Could be infinity.
Yeah, but it's ventilated. It gets it all away.
Yeah, it just supercharges it right into your nose.
So you publicly bought this car for $1, which was the only thing possible after spending all your budget on the last one.
Yeah, but I didn't need to spend any budget because this thing is pristine. It has a ton of miles, but everything works. Like literally everything. It drives really nicely. It looks... It's okay. It's okay. It's not the best looking, but dude, I mean, you can't go wrong with this car.
But this is the second car in a 3-car dream garage, a family sedan. So you're going to put your child in that disgusting place.
That's fine.
Right. Also, you're trying to represent Japan. Japan doesn't build very exciting cars. This is a boring copy of a Mercedes S-Class. Not this turd over here, but the one 2 generations ago, the best one they ever made.
Oh, the boring one?
And it's just a boring, soulless copy that is basically a Toyota Camry.
Freddie, you brought a car that was engineered for people still working up the courage to try flavored water.
What does that even mean?
It means nobody dreams of owning this car.
That's right.
Your dream car garage is a fail.
Okay.
What I bought, people dream of owning. A lot of people, and they're getting cheap. Open Sesame. App. It's going. Let me get in another app here.
Oh my goodness. The only car more popular in the state of California than a U-Haul truck.
Tesla bot. Summon. Forward.
What happened to the headlights?
This is not a nice Tesla, Tyler.
No.
Tesla bot, stop. Tesla bot, forward, 2 inches. Tesla bot, stop.
That was not 2 inches.
It makes
Tesla bot,
a lot of
dance
noises.
away into the woods.
Your Tesla bot looks a little broken.
It's a prototype. Elon sent me a nice prototype here.
Ah. Looks like your Tesla bot left a few sweat stains in there. I mean, it's
It's a prototype.
it's properly wet.
It's
yeah,
a
for
few
sure.
pieces too. But the car, 2013 Tesla Model S Performance. This is the first performance variant of the legendary American-built car. Of course, the fastest car in the world acceleration-wise today is the Model S Plaid. Everybody wants one of these, and they are actually starting to get cheap.
Neither do I. So,
How cheap?
yeah, let's talk about that.
So this one has 2 accidents on the history report, almost 100,000 miles.
Right.
Obviously some customization and some pretty bad paint work.
How much?
But I got it for $22,000.
Tyler, do you understand how math works? Because you spent how much on the Trans Am?
$10,000.
10,000.
Okay, and our budget was,
$30,000.
and this was?
$22,000. But I wanted the performance variant. You can find these for under $20,000, but I wanted the more range, I wanted the performance, I wanted the cool looking one, so I stretched it just a eensy weensy bit. But
You still have another car to buy, Tyler.
Yeah.
And I still don't believe you bought a P85 for $22,000.
well, it's a lot more believable because when I got it, it had some issues.
You don't say. A Tesla with issues?
It showed up with a bad battery pack.
Oh, so
And 3 months out of warranty on the battery pack.
Good.
A replacement pack is something over $20,000. But I was able to send it to Rich Rebuild, Electrified Garage. They fixed it for $5,000. So a little unexpected repair there, but still
$27,000?
$27,000
Yeah.
plus $2,000 in shipping.
Okay, so $30,000. The entire budget,
whole budget
was spent
is-
on this car. You can no longer say anything about my Supra, which I actually did get under budget.
I really wanted to stay within the budget, but the car just wouldn't let me.
It didn't start in the budget. You
Yeah.
have ruined this premise. He ruined the last premise.
No,
I am the beacon of rule following in Car Trek this season.
Well, I just wanted to be different. Everybody expected me to buy some hoopty Cadillac, some big old boater land yacht, which you can find those really cheap, but this thing has no autopilot. It has no insane launch mode. It's not all-wheel
Base
drive.
model.
It is the earliest version of Elon Musk's genius in 4 doors right here.
So the guy that made a cult out of buying these cars,
It's a genius.
yeah, he's not he's a hype man.
He is Tony
Panels
Stark
don't fit.
for real.
This is like the antithesis of an enthusiast car.
Well, I mean, you know,
Hold on.
He's Iron Man.
Hold on. I got a text.
Elon Musk is Iron Man.
One of
Hold
your
on. I got a
lug nuts is
text.
missing.
It is from Auto Tempest. We're glad you've made it to Tyler's house in your sedans, but a much longer journey awaits you. You will not be receiving instructions, however, from us this time. You'll be hearing from the Ticket Clinic. They are a national law firm that can get you out of a ticket no matter where you get it. They can help you to avoid costly insurance premium increases, points on your license, suspension, and even worse charges. You'll get more instructions from them later, but now it is time to head to the Wizard Shop.
Wizard! He
When
loves
in Rome.
electric cars.
Yeah,
He has a Leaf.
Really?
Yeah.
yeah, this is basically a Leaf.
That's what this is, I suppose. Oh my goodness, Tyler.
I can't wait to see what he thinks of this million-mile pristine example.
This thing will outrun your hoopties, and there's nothing wrong with it.
Tyler, there's an alien spider in your light.
Yeah, it crawled in there and died,
All your
unfortunately.
wheels are curbed.
Yes, previous owner wasn't very careful.
Yeah, this one isn't either.
Oh, this is sweaty. Well, this is quite a shift from the Trans Am and all the noises it made. I am riding in absolute silence. I can hear myself think, and man, I don't like these thoughts. But when you put the pedal down, every bit of the acceleration, if not more, and that's what makes electric cars so much fun, is that instant torque from the electric battery, and Tesla is the one that does it the best. This was their first big product. Their first mass-produced vehicle came out in 2012, and 2013 they came out with this, the performance variant, 0 to 60, something like 4 seconds, which was unbelievable at the time, but the thing that Tesla has that nobody else does is the technology. Autopilot summoning this giant screen. Automakers are just now getting caught up to where this Tesla was, well, 10 years ago. I don't have autopilot. I'm about a year away from that and the summon stuff, but I have a lot of the technology, and I have the air suspension, which is just wonderful. Holding this turn nicely. I mean, what a car. Yes, I overspent on the budget a little bit, but you can find smaller battery Teslas for way under $20,000. I just wanted some oomph. It's a little nausea-inducing, actually, but it is super fun. Now, I do wish the fit and finish was a little bit better on this car, obviously compared to a Mercedes or, well, even a Lexus. The quality just isn't there with the panel gaps, the interior bits. There's a lot of stuff borrowed from other automakers, like Mercedes has the window switches and the shifter. But buying a 20-year-old Mercedes, as I've proven on my channel so many times, is just suicide.
There are a lot of accolades that you could offer to a car. It could be the best performing car, the best handling car, the most reliable car, the best built, the most luxurious. And I talked about, with the Porsche 911, that being the best sports car that you could buy. However, if you want the best car across all possible metrics that you could own, there is nothing better than a Mercedes S-Class, particularly one developed by AMG. Even this 20-year-old example, my 2002 Mercedes S55 AMG, has heated, cooled, massaging seats that adjust electronically in every direction you could possibly want. It's got radar-guided cruise control, accident avoidance, airbags for everything, satellite navigation, keyless starting, so many features that would never appear on a modern-day Ferrari or Lamborghini. But this car has them. And you'll ask, Ed, do they all work? And I would answer, no, they do not. The number of error lights on this car's dash are just about as reassuring as some blood in your stool, but they're not going to keep you from getting to your final destination. And the hydraulic suspension, the active body control, is one of my favorite features about the car and what keeps this car level, measuring the ride height from every corner several times a second. It's what allows these cars to carry several hundred pounds of fuel in the trunk if you so desire, while going around a curve like this effortlessly. It allows the cars to sustain incredibly high speed, and it makes them the perfect cars for Cannonball. But as they age, it does become a huge maintenance nightmare, and it is extremely expensive to keep working. And over any kind of bump like that one, you'll get that little beep that you just heard, and that means, particularly in this car's case, that the back right suspension is repressurizing, kegling itself into stiffness to try to keep the car pointing straight, even though it knows that it's currently broken. But regardless of any error lights and all the things that you have to clear in order to find the trip odometer, you cannot do any better than an S-Class. I think it'll get us anywhere Ticket Clinic wants us to go, and I could not say that about that Lexus. 1 million miles in, I think its days are numbered. And you can't think about how far you could go on a road trip in a Tesla, because you never know if the supercharging stations are going to be in the right place for you to get there.
So let's talk about the most iconic luxury sedan of all time, the Mercedes-Benz S-Class. Now, I am a huge fan of the S-Class. I've had a W220, a W221, and now I have an S65, which is the W222. But the W140, the one that was in the mid-90s, was known by everybody to be just an unbeatable tank. This thing was reliable, it was dependable, it was super luxurious, and it was the benchmark for luxury cars back then, and it still is today. But Lexus thought that car was way too unreliable, because they have built a car that goes not 300,000, not 400,000, but 1 million miles on the same engine that it came out of the factory with, without blinking an eye. This thing, as you can tell, is super comfortable, it's quiet in here, and you can take it on a road trip anywhere in the world without any fear of it breaking down. Now, the car does have some slight imperfections. The radio doesn't work, the steering wheel looks like it's been gnawed off by a tiger, and honestly, the door panels and the rest of the interior could use a little bit of work. But that doesn't matter, because I'm sitting in a seat and I'm looking ahead of me, and there are miles ahead of me that this thing can eat up no problem. This has a 1UZ FE V8 producing around 250 horsepower, and let's see. most of them are still there. Let's just say most of them. The steering, the braking, the handling, the comfort, and the quietness and reliability of this car are top notch. And I don't care what you buy, you're not beating this for this price. Now, I did buy this car for $1, but you can buy a running driving example of one of these cars right now for about $1,500 to $5,000, and you can't go wrong with this car. It's not the most exciting example, but it is the most reliable one, and I think that makes it the best one.
Now, while I might have been a little bit biased in my assessment, as we all were, I was very curious to see what an unbiased source thought of my million-mile masterpiece.
Gentlemen, welcome to Newton, Kansas and the Car Wizard's Lair. Newton became a boom town because of the railways. The Atchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe all converged here, bringing cattle from Texas to all over the country. And, well, world-famous Car Wizard works out of here.
Well, I've been expecting you guys. Tico Connect got a hold of me, and they let me know that I'm supposed to inspect your luxury sedans and let you know what's about to break next.
That's gonna be nothing. That's gonna be nothing on my car. So we have some really good cars. Well, one of us has a really good car, and you're gonna find out which car that is. It's gonna be his.
Let's do it.
You're gonna love it. You like cars with stories, right?
This is a really sweet Ls400 here.
Yeah, so this one is very special because it has 1 million original miles on it. It's been up Mount Washington, it's been to the Bonneville Salt Flats, it's been around the block literally millions of times.
But has it been to a shop recently and had the timing belts done?
I bought this thing for like $1, so I have no idea. That's why I'm here.
Let's do it. Tons of oil. Well, I can tell let's see here. Let's just be sure here. It's kind of like a mixed drink. A bunch of different fluids.
Let me try that. Why do you do that? Dude, that is, oh my, oh, why?
I have to identify what fluid it is, and I now know that that's power steering fluid.
Are you sure?
Yep.
Okay, good.
In fact, I can see that your power steering pump is just pouring oil out of it.
Okay. Well, that's actually a very common thing on these, so it makes sense. Actually, the power steering pump goes onto the alternator and it kills the alternator. So you have two accessories that are dead because of that.
Well, that's what you're currently working on this one. The alternator is just coated in oil.
Oh yeah, that is absolutely true.
Let me look over here. There's quite a bit of sludge on top of the AC compressor, and that is definitely the valve cover gaskets.
Yeah, but I mean, listen, it's 1 million miles on a car.
1 million miles.
I'm surprised that this thing even runs.
And over here I can see oil down the side of the block. Again, that's valve cover gaskets. The transmission and all this here, I think it's just accumulated oil from coming from up there.
Oh, you think it started here and then just
Yeah.
kind of like...
It's been doing this for a long time.
Yeah,
So-
but what's good about that is that it doesn't rust. So if it's covered with oil,
Right.
there's no rust. I do notice a vibration when I'm going down around 80 miles an hour.
80?
Yeah.
Okay. Check here. The brakes look okay. Oh my.
Oh. Oh, that's not good.
I wonder if the other side's that way. Brakes look good there. Well, that's even worse.
Ugh. I think that's my vibration.
I think so, definitely.
That's my
These things are
problem
just rattling going down the road.
Uh-huh.
Let's see if we can find that exhaust rattle that we heard.
I gotta put my ear to it. Yeah. Yeah, it's.
Oh, maybe it's the baling wire holding the exhaust on. I think that's what it is.
You
here.
think that's it?
Yeah. See.
Oh yeah, that's it. That's gonna. I think
Yeah.
we found the problem.
So there's your rattle, and this is your vibrations there.
Okay, so generally overall, this car really isn't that bad. I mean, it has oil leaks, like a ton of them, but it still runs. Everything on the interior works, save for like the radio or something. But it's a Lexus. It's going to run forever, and this has proved it, absolutely. At least
It definitely has. I agree with you. I was expecting to find so much more. Really, I don't think it'll take a whole lot of money to get this thing sorted out. Take care of the leaks, the vibrations. Who knows how much longer it could go.
Well, I know whatever this bill is, it's going to be 10 times as much when it comes to Ed's car. And Tyler's car, who knows? Because that's alien technology.
Alien technology?
Yeah, it's
Okay, well,
alien
we're definitely
technology.
going to find out.
It's not well.
It's not well.
I'll be honest with you. I have had it through a couple of shops that have said that everything that's possible to be wrong with one of these is wrong, and so it's mechanically totaled a multiple of itself. So
A multiple?
that'll be your math problem today, is to figure out how worthless the car is.
Oh my goodness.
But it runs great.
It runs great.
Absolutely.
Sometimes the most beautiful cars, the most expensive.
Ta-da!
Okay, it's a beautiful AMG engine.
Exactly. Not the supercharged one, so just 355 horsepower rather than the 493 that would have come in the next model year, but plenty fast.
Only 355.
Exactly.
Well, let's take a quick look around and see if there's any leaks going on. Oh, I see valve cover gaskets right away.
Absolutely.
Check out this
I did fix one thing. The idler pulley was broken in half.
broken half.
Yeah, and so that would have stranded me more.
I can see a new pulley there, yes.
That's it, nice and shiny.
Check the ABC pump here. I don't see any leaks coming out of it.
Probably not from there, but certainly from the back right. Every time I hit a bump, I get this beep, and it flashes the red error, but then it goes away, so it's probably not that big of a deal.
Okay. Well, I just see the valve cover gasket leaks up here, but we need to get it on the lift to really get a good look from underneath and see what we got going on there.
Sounds great.
All right, well, I see a bunch of shields so far.
Secured
Aerodynamics.
Exactly.
Let's take a look at the brakes here.
Look how solid.
Yep, nice and solid there. Check back here in the brakes. Nothing's loose there.
That's what I'm talking about.
I don't see any leaks on the ABC struts here.
Well,
That can be a common issue.
intermittent errors abound.
Intermittent errors. Here we can see through these axis, I guess these holes here, you can see all the oil coming from the valve cover gaskets.
Oh yeah, nice and caked up.
Yep, you can see it up here too.
Oh, transmission as well.
Let me check over into here. It looks like some of the accumulator or the seals are leaking there. Exhaust. It feels good.
These had the hand-built AMG exhausts.
And I see a little bit of seepage. I see it's all wet through here. Would have been through this, from this ABC strut here.
Yep, that alien blood Pentosan.
Alien blood Pentosan, yep.
I heard there's a phenomenon that if the motor mounts fail, it can abruptly shift the engine and sever one of the very zero tolerance ABC lines and spew all of it out in a violent way.
Spew
Were the
all of it
motor
out?
mounts okay?
Let's take a look.
Okay.
I completely forgot about those. Yep, it's completely flat on this side. You can see the brown motor mount up in there.
Oh, yeah.
It's completely flat. And let's check the transmission mount here.
So we could be headed for that outcome.
You can see this silver little box here. That's the transmission mount. And I can put my finger through it because it's also completely collapsed. So all three mounts have to be replaced. Brakes look good. CV boots are in good shape. Not slinging grease anywhere. Really, I don't see a whole lot in the way of amount of parts it's going to take to fix it, but it's probably going to be pretty labor intensive.
Oh, well, you have a good labor rate, though. I've heard the rumors.
The rumors.
Yes.
Well, you would like it to probably be a good labor rate.
I think that's important. Do they make like proper lifts that get high enough for real people to stand beneath cars?
I imagine they do.
You
These
just
ones are
do this so that I have to hunch over.
Yeah,
Like,
you look like kind of like the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
that's right. That's your goal. All right. Well, thank you, Wizard.
Okay, no problem.
I look forward to the damage.
All right.
Wizard,
What's going on?
welcome to the future.
Yeah, I didn't hear any serpentine belt noises.
No pistons, no valves, no transmissions, just electricity. And really no issues. I only have one problem, that's with my internet browser. It won't load, it gets stuck.
It looks like a software update issue. Unfortunately, Tesla has a pretty good stranglehold on that, and independent mechanics really, there's not a whole lot we can do, unfortunately.
Right, Tesla doesn't share information very much, but you want to look at this thing anyway?
Yes, I'd love to.
Nothing really to speak of problem-wise. Whoa, don't, oh God. Okay.
Don't break it.
Oh, I needed it in neutral for you, and it's a little, yeah. My Tesla bot did scratch the leather a little bit, but you're not an upholstery guy.
You have a Tesla bot?
Yeah, he's got a pretty foily, scratchy butt,
And
apparently.
he scratched the leather in there.
He did, but here, look under the hood. There's, well, not much to look at. Maybe. Surprise!
There's nothing there.
There's nothing there.
No serpentine belt, no timing belt, no water pump.
Nothing.
What about in the back? Is there anything in the back? like a
Oh
Porsche?
no. Well, there is one cool thing, actually. A little slow, but works. There's actually, no engine, but a third row seat in here.
A third row seat?
Yeah, rear facing third row seat that I have no idea how to work. It's caught on the carpet. Come on. It's a thing. There it is. Yeah. It's complicated, but it's yeah. See?
Is that like where the children sit?
It's for children. Yes.
I definitely not going to sit on that.
No. But still cool, huh?
Yeah, it is kind of cool. So no engine in the front, no engine in the back, nothing to look at here. I guess the next thing is get it up in the air.
Sure.
Let's do it.
How much money do you think Tyler spent in this room?
Oh, it'd have to be $200,000. I mean, what does he add? 75 or 100 cars through here?
I mean, he buys this Tesla. That's 20 grand. He spends another, like, essentially 10 grand fixing it. That's the entire budget. It's like super cheating. I mean, you just let him out of you for that. But.
Says the guy that brought a $75,000 sports car.
Okay, we're not gonna get into that. So, I think he's gonna have like a $0 value on his repairs. Like, there's nothing wrong with it.
Does Wizard even work on electric cars?
No, I mean, Tesla's not gonna give that stuff out. So I have an idea. So Tesla owners are all about like having the newest and greatest stuff, right? So I think we need to make that car more like the new Plaid.
Oh, I was thinking we'd break his windows.
We could do that, but I have a better idea. So what you need to do is just distract them when we get our numbers, and you're gonna really like this.
This looks like the bottom of my yacht.
It is smooth, isn't it?
It's just like straight all the way back.
Oh yeah. So this is all. Oh, that's thick. It's all armor for the battery.
That's very disappointing. I was looking forward to the shaft there.
Okay.
I guess there's nothing along here. We'll just move right back to the back.
Yeah.
Brakes look good. CV boots are good. Nothing loose.
Solid. I mean, other than a few battle scars, like a chipped tooth here, there's really nothing.
There really isn't. And even if there was something wrong with it, I wouldn't be able to fix it in my shop because I can't get the parts.
Right. Or the software to fix like weird things on the electronics. I mean,
Yeah.
the battery's a big mystery that a few are able to fix, but overall a mess. But I mean, not much wrong here.
No,
Nothing.
there's nothing. There's nothing to fix on this thing.
There's nothing to fix on a Tesla.
Leaky valve covers?
No.
No, there are none.
No valve covers.
So, although I don't have anything on this car, I do have some numbers for you guys.
Okay,
Let me get all this split here. All right.
So obviously 0 for Tyler.
But obviously 0 for. You just spent $5,000 getting this thing running.
I did, but I'm still better off than the two of you.
That is not true.
Not bad.
That is
Oh
not-
yeah.
What's the numbers?
The next number I have is for Freddy. For your million-mile Lexus. $2,500.
That's it?
That's it.
That's better.
Well, you can buy an
It's
S-Class
all
for that.
loose and leaking from everywhere.
Really just has valve cover gaskets, power steering pump. It has some vibrations going on and a timing belt
Yeah,
service.
just preventative maintenance, just regular Lexus stuff. Yeah.
I wouldn't go any further than that with that car, though. It's not worth it.
Right?
At all.
Yeah, probably.
Well, it needs like a
Certainly not worth it.
$30,000 paint job and a whole new interior, but yes.
Oh, stop. Do him.
So, and last is Ed. Yes, the big number.
You said it was just little thing here and there.
Don't bury the lead.
Well, with the ABC system on those cars, when you start finding leaks, like at the rear right strut and also the accumulators, you don't just do one part. You don't piecemeal an ABC repair. It's an entire system replacement because it'll be the domino effect. It'll be the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. Then we got valve cover gaskets, then we got motor mounts, transmission mounts. When I started tallying up everything that was wrong with your car, I got to $12,500.
12,000. That's 5 times the value of the thing.
Well, that's what it's going to take to sort that car.
Welcome to Mercedes ownership, then.
Right. Well, I've seen that movie so many times, as have you.
Yes.
I mean, you're better off just shooting it off a cliff.
I know, that's what I want to do with it, but they won't let me go to the cliff.
Well, thinking of cliffs, Ticket Clinic has presented me with the next challenge. You guys will be going to Pikes Peak and getting all the way there without having to utilize their services.
That's always the goal.
And I have had to utilize their services. You remember that, Tyler?
Oh, yes, in my Gallardo.
Yeah, 100 miles an hour in that thing.
And
What
you got
a
off.
villain, this wizard.
Yeah, I actually got my first speeding ticket ever in my S65, and Ticket Clinic kind of saved the day on that one.
They definitely saved the day.
Yeah.
Pikes Peak, though.
Pikes
Yeah.
Peak.
All right, well, thank you, Wizard. Tyler, I see Apollo over there. So that's kind of the best of your WS6 with the best handling of my 911 from yesterday.
It's amazing, yes.
Will you give me a ride in it?
Oh, I'd love to have you experience that. It's
Let's do
it's
that.
a thing.
awesome.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, Wizard,
Yes.
I have an idea.
You have an idea.
Yeah, just follow me.
Okay, I'll follow you.
Good morning.
Mine does not sound like that.
It's not as loud as the Trans Am.
No, it's not. Oh, I like the sports seats, Tyler.
Just warming it up.
Yeah. Oh, well, mine does not have that much torque.
It's very thunderous.
I like the interior. Well worn, matches the patina of my car. My
Faded lobster or Pepto-Bismol pink in the carpets now because they faded just right.
That'll happen. It's like a modern Pantera.
This is David Hasselhoff right here. That's what it is.
Meanwhile, Wizard and I were busy performing an Elon Musk-inspired modification that was sure to increase the resale value of Tyler's Tesla.
Right here, right there.
Okay.
So why Apollo 911? Obviously the space program nod.
Right, when I bought it, it had been driven the equivalent distance from the Earth to the Moon, and then I tracked it and blew it up. And then I fixed it with the LS motor. And then I tracked it and blew it up. I got mad, I sold it. Bought it back 2 years later, and it lives again.
How about that?
Yes.
Wow, it is fast.
That was it was 100 something. Oopsie. Easy there.
Oh, that's an end speed there. That'll be a Ticket Clinic on speed dial.
Dude, Tyler's gonna love this. Oh yeah. He's gonna be so happy.
I know he is.
Go, baby, go. Oh my goodness, wow.
Little pop of the end.
Little poppy bang. I like it. I like it. I like it. Totally stock Porsche suspension.
Very much.
Okay,
249,724 miles.
Well, we got a long runoff here in any direction.
Right.
How about that? Well, thank you, Tyler, for showing me this. I suppose we ought to circle back.
Sure.
Wonder what they've been up to.
Okay, all right. Can I do the honors?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, there's a lot of dust in here. All right, so, okay. So, just gotta, yeah. Okay,
On a knife.
there we go. Dude, this actually looks pretty good. I mean, other than some slight fit and finish issues, like,
It's a Plaid edition.
it's a Plaid now, yeah.
It totally is.
It feels faster.
Yep.
How's that?
It is strong. Wow.
Thank you. I'm very proud of my creation
That's
here.
right, where it all
So
began.
glad to have it back.
Guys, we have a lot of driving. We gotta go.
Yeah, road trip.
A lot of superchargers.
Yeah.
That's it. Punch it in.
Yeah.
Map it out.
Yeah. Okay. What did? Oh my God! It's a yoke. It's a yoke. It's a yoke. It's a yoke. Really? F you guys.
Your challenge is to drive your family sedans to Pikes Peak.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, what a jump.
That's American greatness right there.
Wow, that is a view.
It's not coming back on?
No.
You didn't,
Plug into
you didn't
the
bring
car.
a charger for your electric car?
That's ridiculous.
Oh, Tyler, get behind me and draft me.
So a NASCAR draft, huh? According to the Tesla graph, it's working.
So I'm turning the key and nothing's happening.
Probably should just take it to scrapyard.
On the next episode of Car Trek, we'll be taking our luxury family sedans on a 500-mile road trip. And the goal is not to get any tickets, but if you get a ticket, the Ticket Clinic is here to help. They're a nationwide law firm and they can help you get out of a ticket no matter where you get it. They help you to avoid costly insurance premium increases, points on your license, risk of suspension, even jail time.
Yes, they work all over the US. I got a ticket dismissed in Florida. You got tickets dismissed all over. And the Wizard got a ticket dismissed in Kansas.
In my Lambo, yes.
Yeah.
So click in the link below and check out the Ticket Clinic.
Ooh,
Look at that.
that's some core stuff.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Very powerful.
Yes. Go click.